Myself, Professor C.P. Dorlikar, Department of Geology, MG Arts, Science and Let NP Commerce College, Armory, District Gadchiroli, Maharashtra. Today's topic is introductions and course outcomes of elementary ideas about hydrogeology and environmental geology. The elementary idea hydrogeology and environmental geology is the syllabus comes under the Gondwana University of Gadchiroli in BSc semester 6 paper 2. The paper code is USGO T40. Introductory part of this syllabus and introductions. Hydrogeology is the study of groundwater, nothing but the subsurface water. It is sometimes referred to as a geohydrology or a groundwater hydrology. Hydrogeology deals with how the water gets into the ground, recharge and discharge of water, how it is flow in the subsurface through the aquifers. Aquifers means the water-bearing formations of rocks, that is called as aquifers. And classifications of aquifers are aquifers, aquifluids, aquitars, and aquifers, and how the groundwater interacts with the surrounding soils and rocks. Hydrogeology is also defined as hydro meaning water and geology meaning the study of earth. Water, which contains the earth, is the area of geology that deals with the distributions and movements of groundwater in the soils and rocks in the earth crust. The study of environmental geology is the second part of this syllabus, encompasses geologic hazards, that is natural hazards, natural hazard resources in topical issues concerned to the society, such as climatic changes, and provided sound services, sound advice about how humanity can live responsibility and sustainability on the earth. Environmental geologist also helps to determine the locations of flood, plains, earthquakes, hazards, then volcanic hazards, coastal erosion and desertification hazards. Numbers of hazards, natural hazards are there. These hazards locations can be then be mapped to help people better understand the risk of living and building in geologically hazardous locations. The Unit 1 syllabus of Gondwana University in hydrogeology, the definitions of precipitation, percolation, runoff, evaporation, transpiration, hydrological cycle. These are the introductory part of this hydrogeology. Precipitation is defined as the rainwater. Uh, Water is coming from the rain, then it is said to the precipitation. Rainwater, which are the fall on the surface of earth, some amount of water which are they percolated. The process is said to the infiltrations or percolations. Some amount of water fall on the surface after raining. They are runoff. There are two types of runoff. One is the immediate runoff and delayed runoff. And next process is evaporations and evapotranspiration. Evaporations, the water which is evaporated by means of temperature effects, sun temperature effects, and the evaporation by plant, then it is said to the evapotranspirations. These are the fundamental units of a hydrologic cycle. Then the occurrences and distributions of groundwater. There are two types of zone. One upper zones is known as zone of aeration, while the below the zone of aeration is nothing but the zone of saturations. Zone of aerations consist of water contains in the lensoids or lenses form, patches form, purge water form, while the zone of saturation, the zone which is occupied, fully occupied by the water. Water table, nothing but the upper surface of zone of saturation is known as water table. Cone of depressions and recharge is also important. Influent and effluent seepage, water discharge and recharge of water is nothing but the influent and effluent seepage. Springs are there, various types of springs, medical springs, non-medical springs are there. groundwater flow explains the Darcy laws. The course outcomes of Unit 1 syllabus is student will recognize and be able to demonstrate understanding the hydrologic cycles, and it pertains to groundwater systems. Students also demonstrate the understanding of surface water and groundwater systems using the theories of hydraulically connected systems to predict the influence of pumping wells on availability of water in the surface bodies. Okay. Then the unit 2 of our syllabus is the hydrogeology. Hydrogeologic properties of rock. There are two types of hydrogeologic properties, namely porosity and permeability of rocks. Porosity of rocks is the property to hold the capacity of water. Porosity, while the permeability, the movements of water from one place to another place, then it is said to the permeability of permeability is second property, hydrogeologic properties of rocks. Hydrogeologic characteristics of different rocks and aquifers. Aquifers, they are very aquifers means the water-bearing formations of rocks. Then it is said to the aquifers, and their classification is the aquifers are classified into aquifluids, aquithards, and aquifluids. And the part is groundwater provinces. Groundwater provinces in India, different conditions of different Maharashtra, and concept of watersheds management. The unit 2 course outcomes is that students will be learned and be able to understanding the aquifers, aquithards, aquicludes, confined aquifers, and unconfined aquifers. There are two types of aquifers. One is the confined aquifers, and second is the unconfined aquifers. Students also learn and be able to understand the hydrologic properties, permeability and porosity, and Indian groundwater provinces and groundwater groundwatershed managements or watershed managements. Okay. Then the unit 4. Unit 3 is the syllabus of environmental geology, definition and concept of environmental geology. There are various concepts of environmental geology, various natural hazards like earthquakes is one of the most popular hazards. Earthquakes, landslides, floods, volcanic activity is one of the hazards, coastal erosion, desertification, and their impact, which are on the environment. Soil is also one of the fine products of rocks, various types of soils in India, and soil degradations, mitigation, and soil pollutions. Course outcomes of this environmental geology in Unit 3 is students will understand the impact of geological hazards, geological natural hazards on the humans. Students will understand the impact of environment, soil type, degradations, mitigation, and pollutions. Okay. Unit 4 syllabus belongs to environmental geology. The concept of natural ecosystem consists of atmospheres, the atmosphere zone which is occupied by the gases envelope, then the hydrosphere, the zone which is occupied with the water bodies which are present on the surface or below the surface of Earth, then lithospheres nothing but the rocky layers, rocks which are present in the crust of the earth, that is the lithospheres, then biosphere is the zone which is occupied by the animal and plant life. And environmental considerations in the constructions of large dams, reservoirs, and tunnels, and pollutional effects. Mostly the pollutional effects of in environmental geology syllabus is the water and air pollution and their pollution, anti-pollution measures. The course outcomes of Unit 4 syllabus, students will see the impact of geological process on humans. Students also investigate the problems of water resources like large dams, reservoirs, and tunnels. So, for the purpose of fulfillment of purpose of society, students will understand the impact of water and air pollution. Then, in short, a summary of these hydrogeology and economic hydrogeology and environmental geology, that is, students have recognized and able to demonstrate understanding the hydrological cycle, that is water cycle, as it pertains to groundwater systems. Students also understand the surface water and subsurface water systems using the theories of groundwater flow, that is Darcy law. Student will be learned and able to understanding the aquifers, aquitars, aquifluids, confined and unconfined uh, water zones. Students have gained the knowledge about understanding the hydrological property, porosity, and permeability, while the Indian groundwater provinces and watershed management student will understand the geological hazards like uh, impact on the humans, that is earthquakes, volcanism, then uh, coastal erosion, desertification, like that. Landsliding is one of the natural hazards. Then soil type, degradation, mitigation, pollutions. Students will investigate the problems of water resources like large dams, reservoirs, and canals to the society. So students also understand the impact of water and air pollution. Thank you very much for joining the meeting. Any questions, doubts, please ask. Thank you very much.